What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about my first turkey that I shot, which was just a couple days ago. Um, so basically, on Friday, we went out to some property of my dad's coworker. Um, and we went to scout basically, and then after we were done scouting, we were going to try hunting it a little bit, so that's what we did. Um, So we set up our blind and put our decoys out. We just had a Jake and a hen decoy out about 15 yards in front of our blind. So after we set up and everything, sat down, kind of settled in, my dad called, and then immediately to our left, about 60 yards out in the woods, uh, we could just see a big tom strutted up, and then he basically immediately left. And then later on, we were sitting uh, uh, behind a field, like we were looking onto a field, and we were basically just watching a bunch of toms and a bunch of hens out in the distance. And once it wasn't shooting light anymore, we kind of just head back to my house, and we were gonna go in the morning, and that's what we did. So that morning started off really foggy. Um, After things cleared up, we saw some Toms and Jakes and stuff in the distance, but we couldn't get them to come in. But eventually, after a while, to our right, I saw a Tom, and I told my dad, I'm like, yep, there's a Tom right there. So I got my gun out, ready to shoot him, but I didn't get a good shot off on him. Like, I couldn't really get a good shot off and eventually he was walking away, and I had my sights on him, and my dad had a gun as well, so my dad fired. Like, oh, because I wasn't expecting him to fire. Then he shot again because it hit him, then it killed him, then he shot him again, and it didn't kill him. And by this time, it was about 60 yards out, so then me with my 20 gauge, my dad has the 12 gauge, I shot, and then finally my dad shot for a third time, and that took him down at about 60 yards out. And then after that, we were going out the next morning, and by that time, it was Saturday. We went scouting on Thursday. I think I accidentally said Friday earlier in the video, but we went out and scouted Thursday. My dad shot the tom on Friday morning, and then Saturday morning is when I shot mine. So we went out Saturday morning, and it really started off pretty slow. Well, not necessarily, but there's these toms out in the distance. Toms, jakes, hens. There's about 4 or 5 toms strutted up, gobbling out in the distance. It was a pretty crazy sight. And eventually we got them in a little bit, but they were still like 70, 80 yards out. So I didn't feel like I could get a good shot off on them. And so we didn't shoot. And then after a while they come closer, but we still can't get off to them. So we were sitting there for about, I'd say probably 3-ish hours, maybe more. And some jakes, there's a group of jakes, and then they went with the toms out in the field, and where they were in the field, the second or third time, they were like 500, 600 yards out. Because there's this big field in front of us. They kept coming in close, coming back, but these jakes, there's 4 of them, the toms must have scared them off towards our direction. So they were also pretty far out there, about maybe 60, and they went into the forest, which was to our back, but they went to our right into the forest, and I couldn't get a good shot off. A jake came somewhat close to our blind, but we didn't have the window down, so I can't really shoot him. But I'd say about an hour later, it was 8:30ish, somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly. these jakes came back from the same spot where the tom came out of the day before. And there's the three jakes, and they were going out across the field in front of our blind. And that they were like 40 yards out, so I got my gun ready, took it off safety, and I'm like, "Yep, I can shoot him." I put my beads on the front jake's head and shot him. And that's my first turkey that I've ever shot. Got him down, went by him, took a couple pictures, and this Jake, the fourth one that went in there, never came out because there's only three, and I shot the front one. But the fourth one that went in an hour before just came sprinting out of the woods like crazy. So yeah, that was the story of my first turkey. I don't think I forgot anything, but probably did forget some details, but that was the main base of it. I haven't posted in a while, but you can probably expect some fishing videos this summer, and hopefully some, I don't know, probably deer hunting videos and stuff like that this fall, and just a bunch of hunting videos. But thanks for listening. Goodbye.